person. Please bear with me, older crowd, as I attempt to set this sermon up. You're going to catch up with me by the end. Younger folks going to know exactly what I'm talking about in the beginning. But you've heard the scripture in your hearing, and turn to your neighbor, and I want you to say my topic out loud to your neighbor. Say, neighbor, the marathon continues. The marathon continues. A hip-hop artist by the name of Nipsey Hussle coined these words and trademarked that phrase, the marathon continues. He named his store in Swanson Community, Compton, California. After that phrase, he named his clothing line after that phrase. And unceremoniously and tragically, he was killed a couple of months ago. After his death, an untimely death out in front of his store, millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of young people start coining the phrase, the marathon continues. Through his death, his work in the community became to life. And being a curious person that I am, not knowing much about him, just knowing who he was, after his death, I saw nephews crying, real tears, and they were making posts. So I said, let me do some investigation myself. All right. So I didn't talk about him, I did some investigation about him. And I studied his music, I studied his works, I studied his life, and it was amazing to me the things that he did, and it was amazing to me the outward contradiction of his life.
My Lord.
Let me give you a little history. Nipsey Hussle grew up as a gang member in the Crips in Los Angeles. He went on, got out of jail, said, I can't do this no more. And so he went to his crack house and he excavated one of the rooms and he made that room his vision board. He would go in every day and write a vision of what he wanted to accomplish with his life because he said hustling is not the way. Nipsey Hussle went on to become a well-known underground rapper. That means that he was not signed to a major label. He sold his stuff out the trunk of his car, out his whatever he could, and he became a very what they call unsigned hype. He did not only started rapping and selling his music out the trunk of his car. He said it's not enough because I know I can't rap till I'm 60. So he started reinvesting the money that he had in his community. He started buying houses. He bought a strip mall. He opened up a clothing line. He started reinvesting his money in ways that people could not really imagine. This is who Nipsey Hussle was. Not only was he a gang member, not only did he write songs about gang membership, but he will always throw a line in there about investing back into your community. He had a campaign called Buy Back the Block, where he said, rappers, go back to your neighborhoods, don't leave them and buy a big house in the suburbs, buy back the block. Nipsey Hussle was a proud gang member, but he also worked with the LAPD to reduce gang violence. Yes, he cussed a lot in his raps, but he had a line in one of his raps that astonished me that, guess what, church folks, you might need to listen to. Yes, he did a lot of cussing. He said, but I was doing what I thought was chess moves, only to look back and see it was nothing but God's grace. All right. He was a man complex. He was a studied person. As I looked at his history, the account said that although he rapped a lot, he did not listen to rap music. What he listened to on his iPad and on his iPhone were books. They said he didn't touch the radio, he just read. But with all this said, he coined a phrase that is the #1 hashtag over the last 3 months. The marathon continues. His store in Compton, California is the #1 grossing retail store in the United States of America after his death. The marathon continues. And on today, I would like to craft a parallel because as Nipsey Hussle is remembered by young people as someone to aspire to, I want you to understand he wasn't the first person to buy back the block. I want you to understand that though I want you to understand that on this Founders Day, there is some parallels that I want to talk about in his life. I put my pen there because I'm going to explain to you what I'm talking about further in my sermon. But I want to examine these 3 verses and tell you why the marathon must continue. I say that to say this. Church, in the young people's term, it's time to get our swagger back. We have been too far gone with trying to ride somebody else's wave and not understanding God had a wave for us to ride a long time ago. We have got so caught up in understanding how expansive the world is that we forget about how much we have in our own hands. We have got too much on the World Wide Web and forgot about touching the worldwide hearts that we have in our hands. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, the marathon continues. Which brings me to my first point. And y'all excuse me, I just want to use some terms that young people can understand and old people won't grasp. My first point is, hustle hard, got to pay the price. That's one of the lines in one of the Nipsey Hussle songs. He says, I've been grinding all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Hustle hard, I had to pay the price. The writer here says that we are surrounded by a cloud of witness for us to lay aside every sin and weight that so easily besets us. You have to understand, a lot of us talk about we got a whole lot of grind, but we don't have a whole lot of lay down. I say that because a true hustler knows to invest in something, you have to have something, you have to invest in something first. And let me break down the simple concepts that sometimes we don't understand. You invest your time and your skills into a job to get a paycheck. In layman's terms, if you don't clock in, you don't get no check. If you don't show up, you don't get no check. If you don't do something while you're there, you might get a check, but you won't get a check for long. You have to invest something to get something. What are you saying? So it is in the natural, so it is in the spiritual. Why do we got this attitude that God is going to bless us while we do nothing? The Bible says that you must lay aside every sin and weight. See, I don't want to talk about the sin because, we got that down cold. You grow out of some stuff. I ain't sinning no more. But you got a whole lot of weights that's holding you back. See, weights are not things that you don't want to let go. Weights are the things that you love. Weights are the things that you hold dear and dear to your heart. What are you saying, preacher? See, a weight is an attitude that you like to have because it keeps people out your face. See, a weight is that favorite show that comes on Sunday afternoon that you just can't find yourself to come back to church. See, a weight is that thing that you would rather do than give God some praise. That weight is not something that you don't want to hold on. Don't want to hold on to. The weight is something that you want to hold in your hand. The weight is that thing that makes you complain about the pastor calling you all the time. That weight is the thing that makes you wonder why we got to do all that. But the Bible says you got to lay aside every sin and wait. If you're going to hustle hard, you got to pay the price. I know you want to be there. NFL Sunday is coming up. I know you want to be there to see the Panthers play. You want to see the kickoff. But lay aside every sin and wait. Yeah. And I know what some of y'all saying. I cut the cord. Some of y'all done cut the cord. Y'all done got that fire stick. Y'all done jailbroke that fire stick in them Rokus. And you too cheap to pay Spectrum. So you got to run home to watch the game while it's on because you ain't got TVR. You got to rush home to see what's going on because you ain't got the ability to record. But I'm so glad I ain't that cheap. We have to understand that the Bible is making it clear. In order for us to run a race, we got to lay aside some things. And I dare you to think back into the generations that were before us. They had in the building, they would argue with me, but this is how I feel. I felt like I was my grandma's favorite. Whether I was or not, that's just how I felt.
Amen. Amen.
And it was remarkable to me what she used to do. And by staying with her, it was 2 times that I was amazed by what she did. Understanding, looking back at it now, she was on a fixed income, she was retired at this time. And this one time, I didn't understand what she was doing because it didn't make sense to me. She had got a visit by one of my aunts, and my aunt had just got a second job. I don't think she really liked the job because of the conversation that she was having with my grandma made my grandma go in the room, and she started humming. And she came out and she she started making up the table. I'm like, we ain't eating. You ain't rattled no pans. And I saw her write out a check, and she slid it up under the plate. And she said, don't touch that. I said, Grandma, what are you doing? She said, I'm fasting because my baby don't like working at Wendy's. She wants to get another second job. I said, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard. You fasting for somebody else to get another job. But now that I look back on it, she understood in order for her people to get to another level, she had to make a sacrifice. That's right. She couldn't go out and work, but she knew a man that could work it out. That's right. That same year, another aunt stopped by and was dirty from her tip of her toes to her knees. My grandma said, what have you been doing? She said, well, we had to lay a pipe out there in NC State. And boy, that tore her nerves all to pieces. What you doing laying a pipe? Ain't some men out there gonna lay the pipe? She said, but that's my job. I'm a plumber just like him. And guess what she did? She wrote another check and slid it up under the plate. All right. And as a little boy, I'm sitting here bewildered, saying, what are you doing? You can't afford to bring them out of what they're in. They're doing what they have to do. They've always worked hard. But now I understand that she understood if I'm going to be grinding, if I'm going to be hustling, I got to pay a price. I understand something. Some of y'all are praying about stuff that you ain't willing to give up nothing for. You're praying about healing that you're not willing to fast for. You're praying about children you're not willing to go in for. You're praying about circumstances that you're not willing to give up for. So what are you saying? What are you saying? Sometimes you have to give up worry to get peace. Sometimes you gotta let go of that anger to get love. Sometimes you gotta let go of jealousy to go to where you need to go. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, let it go. You gotta hustle. You gotta hustle, pay the price. I know you like that job, but sometimes you gotta hustle, pay the price. I know you like what you're holding on to, but I'll tell you. Pay the price.
Thank you, God.
So, after we get the concept that the writer tells us we gotta let some things go to get where we want to go. And ain't, like I said, they ain't always talking about sin. There's some weights that hold you down that you just don't recognize as weights.
Yes, sir.
Let's do some self-evaluation. Let them weights go. Don't be afraid to give up some things to get some things. His last song, one of his last songs that he wrote and put out, they had a line in the chorus. I know y'all gonna scratch your head because I know some of y'all folks have stopped listening to rap when Houdini came out. May not understand it. One of them says, one of the songs, words of the chorus said, I know because the devil is a liar. You must understand that you have to stop buying what the devil is dishing out. You have to stop believing in unsorted truths and unsorted things that the devil is putting out. See, we get so caught up into trying to relearn some things, we don't trust what we already know.
Amen.
And the devil is great at twisting stuff stuff in our minds and got us talking about stuff and quoting stuff that just ain't the truth. You have to understand the devil is going to lie to you at every turn. He can't tell the truth. He is the author and the father of lies. He can't tell the truth. I'm not saying that what he said might not sound good, but it's still a lie. So you get so caught up in believing stuff, we forget what God says. Jeremiah said this in the 29th chapter, 11th verse, said, I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for you to prosper and not to harm you. You don't have to understand what you're going through is not meant to kill you. It's meant to prosper you. So many times we get caught up in these old-fashioned lies, and the devil's real slick. He'll have you reading a book, and the book lying to you, and you feel like it's the truth because you found it in the book. Let me put you on notice. I talked about this in Virginia. I have to bring it back home. Do you understand there are people on the internet that your children listen to, and all they do all day long and post all day long is talking about the church?
All right. That's right.
And then when you open your mouth about stuff you're frustrated with the church, guess what they do? They believe what them people are saying. The devil is a liar. Let me tell you one thing. Nobody has done more. Nobody's done more for black folks than the church. Nobody's done more for black people in this country except the church. There would be no Shaw University if it was not the church. There would be no St. Paul University if there was not the church. There would be no Howard University if it was not the church. It would be no John Wall if it was not the church. It would be no you if it was not the church. So don't let your frustration with people get you to talking about the church. I come tell you a couple of hours ago to get out of here with my third point. The first line I want to sum up. Guess what? Every pastor ain't money hungry. Listen to me. How do you all see fit to pay other people for their expertise and think a pastor's supposed to be broke? Let me ask you something. I feel like if I can go get a Duncan Hines box and read the instructions, I can cook a cake. I can cook a cake. But guess what? Just because I can cook a cake don't mean I want you to hire me to cook your wedding cake. We have a chef for that. He went to school for that. Dickie Johnson studied for that. He is a professional. And guess what? When you want a good cake, you don't mind spending that money for what? A good cake. Listen to me. I can open a book and go to YouTube and figure out how to unclog my toilet. But guess what? If a leak springs somewhere up under that house, I'm not bringing my big behind the car nowhere. I'm calling Milton Privet and say, Privet, I got a leak. Why? Because he's the plumber. Whenever he cuts charges, I'm going to pay. Why? Because he's the plumber. So why in the world did you let the devil trick you into understanding if you want a good pastor, if you want somebody to come by your hospital bed and come here and help you pay your light bill and help you pay your gas bill and you cry to him about all your problems, but you want him to be the broken slave walking around? The devil is a liar. And I'm saying that because my pastor worked all his life. He ain't looking for nothing from y'all. But y'all sit here saying backward stuff. And you believe backward stuff. My second one. And this is what all people say. Listen to me. All Christians ain't mean and nosy. Christians ain't sitting around worried about what you did last night. The typical Christian don't care what you did last night. They don't care where you was at. They won't looking on Facebook trying to figure out where you was at. And the crazy part about it, you go live where you was at and then see people talking pastors ain't nosy and ain't mean.
That's right.
The devil got you tricked like that because he just wants you to feel guilty about what you in. But the truth is, listen, I got enough problems to worry about who you sleeping with. I don't care. I got enough problems of my own to worry about if you cussed out a bill collector yesterday. I don't care. But what the devil does, as soon as you hear something in a sermon, you swear out the preacher preaching about you. They don't know you from a can of paint and don't know your business. Stop with the lies. The devil is a liar. And he has tricked us to back away from the thing that got us this far. Yeah. Through lies. So it leads me to my last point. And I'm going to tell you, I said, Nipsey one of the first person to buy back the block. And in that same song that he says the devil is a liar, the key part to that verse says, it's time for us to go higher. After we lay aside every sin and weight that so easily beset us, after we declare that the devil, you are a liar, you can't trick me anymore, we have to be in position to realize higher is coming. Because as long as you're running this race, as long as you're on the battlefield for the Lord, as long as you have that Christian mantle in your hand, you cannot stay where you are. It is time out for thinking that I've been in church 30 years and I'm doing the same thing I did when I walked through the door. The devil is a liar. Look at your neighbor and say, it's time to go higher. I know some of you might see and say, preacher, you don't know what's going on in my household. You don't know what the doctor said. You don't know what I am facing. I'm here to tell you it's still time to go higher. God has not given us a stagnant faith where we can't get stuff done. God has not given us a mission to stand still and look like we're a lump on a log. But what the ministry is a moving organism. There is time to go higher. Look at your neighbor and say higher. What are you saying, preacher? I'm saying that guess what? Nipsey Hussle, one of the first men to buy back the block. Can you go back in time with me? There was an old bishop in the Mount Calvary Association, and he had a whole lot of fame and fortune, and people were trying to get him to preach all the time, but he got tired of that Mount Calvary Association. He said, it's too much politics. I'm about to start my own stuff. That old bishop went up to the tide in the coastal region of Virginia and started recruiting people and said, if you like what I'm talking about, come follow me. That old bishop found him an old piece of land right here in the middle of Raleigh, North Carolina. He moved into an old wooden shack with an old stove in the corner. And he said, I'm going to take my children and my wife and we're going to start something. And that old bishop's name was Bishop Eli Ratcliffe Sr. Yeah, they talked about him saying, you are a fool for leaving all this money. You're a fool for leaving all this wealth. But he said, it's time for me to go higher. After that bishop came and he gave up, there was an old skinny baker that was his son. And when he died, that old skinny baker said, well, I came back from the coast. I almost died on the ship. So God, I'm going to do what you asked me to do. That old skinny baker started preaching in that old shack. Started preaching in a center block church. He didn't go to the wealthy parts of the city. He went down to Walnut Terrace with his station wagon and started picking up children. He went down East Street and started picking up children. He was over there at Taylor's Heights, started picking up children. He was over there at Shaw Parkers, started picking up children. He was over there at Billboard Hills, picking up young folks. And he said, I'm going to start my ministry. I'm going to build my ministry on these poor folks from the South Side. And that old preacher, for 55 years, he brought a laundromat. He had an arcade. He had some businesses. He helped his son get a grocery store. He started buying back the block.
He had a bouncing baby boy. They went from a bouncing bishop and a magic rat to a preaching rat and a great overseer. And he said we should maintain and multiply till the day we die. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, the man down continues. I can't stay where I'm at. I can't do what I used to do. I can't hold on to the past. But it's time. It's time. It's time to go higher. It's time.
See, some of y'all so caught up what you used to do. It's hard for you to accept something new. But God said, I didn't call you to stay in the same place. I didn't call you to stay in the same place. So maybe y'all don't think about it. See, some of y'all, because you're here, can't see what's going on. But on last night, I was on the phone with a famous musician. Well, not on the phone, but direct message of a famous musician. That musician was talking to me. I was hollering at him, you know, what's going on, telling me about what he had going on. I said, man, I'm so proud that you still are reaching towards your dreams. He said, man, I'm just trying to figure out how to bring that stuff back home. I said, what you talking about? He said, man, I see what y'all are doing, and I like it. He said, because it makes me feel good that where I come from, there are people doing the right thing. Amen. See, some of y'all so caught up in this needless drama that's next to you, you can't see the big picture. Now that young boy, and he's a young man now, said, when I can figure out how I can do it, I'm bringing what I got back home so they can see where I'm from.
All right.
I said, bro, you just gave me my message. And I started typing. That young man, see, some of y'all, I don't think y'all like to watch fights on Facebook and listen to gossip. But every 2 months, he got this shirt that say Riley.
That's right.
And he'll stand there, looking all good, coming off the stage. He said, never forget where I'm from. And if you read the hashtags, it says hashtag 919. Hashtag Riley. Hashtag this. And somewhere in that hashtag, it always says hashtag Lincoln Park Holiness Church. That young man's name is Chesley Allen. And I know some of y'all think he left us behind. But guess what? He take a vacation every year.
That's right.
And guess what he vacation to? Convocation. See, some of y'all dread convocation right now. But this man over there in Hollywood, he over on the Tonight Show, where you can dream about coming, and the only thing he wants to do is come home. What are you saying, preacher? I'm just like my bishop. It's a poor frog that don't praise his own pond. I am here to go higher, and I recognize that the marathon must continue. On Founders Day, and I'm going to my seat, we have to recognize that guess what? Salvation didn't stop with you, and blessings ain't gonna stop with you. There is somebody else to reach. There is something else to do. So you might as well hitch your horse to this wagon because this wagon is going somewhere. Now, I am gonna put out this notice. Look, now either you're gonna celebrate with us or you just gonna bask in the celebration. What does that mean? That means the Bible let me know I was surrounded by a cloud of witnesses. And that I'm going somewhere. And that I must run this race. And my race ain't over with. So at the finish line, I'm going to do some celebrating. At the finish line, I'm going to do some celebrating. And either you're going to celebrate with me or you gonna be watching me celebrate? So I want you to ask yourself, are you celebrating with me, or are you gonna watch me celebrate?
Right.
We are from a historic group, and our DNA runs strong. Our DNA runs strong. And I refuse to let what my grandparents and what the people before us worked so hard to accomplish to get wasted because of your attitude. So let me think of it this way. Mother Washington, Evangelist Shirley Green, my grandmother, Dorothy Rivers, and all them sisters, they cook all them cakes and pies to raise money for this building, for us to sit back and act like somebody else got something going on. They wanted us to come together and finish this marathon. So on today, I can't sit here and say what I am, it ain't gonna do. But I will say this. I always said it. It's been a while since I said it. I was true vine born. All right. I was true vine bred. And when I die, I'm gonna be true vine dead. So what we need to do is understand that people are waiting for us. There's a neighborhood that is looking at us. We've been here since 1940. They're looking at us. I know you feel like they're disrespectful, but they're still looking at us. Cause y'all won't hear the other, some of y'all won't hear the other Saturday. Some of them boys walking off the block buying ribs. I didn't ask them what they did, where the money came from. I sold them a plate. They said, God bless you. What we have to do is we have to finish the course. We have to finish our race. The marathon must continue. Yeah. This is not a time for us to give up and give out. I just got my running legs good. If you ever watch a marathon, every now and then, them runners are running to the side, and them jokers got some water stretched out. Some of them drink it, some of them just pour it on their head. Some of them pour it on their shirt. Some of them pour it on their legs. It don't matter where they pour it in, they just need some rejuvenation. So what I'm asking you today, if you're tired, come up here and get you a little bit of water and get some rejuvenation. Can I get a witness here? And if it's okay with my pastor, because he's in a difficult pastor, I'm going to ask everyone to stand.